Everybody sitting here with offensive line coach Losey, the Law Dog, as he is called.
Juice, baby.
Juice, coach offensive line this year. Talk about it a little bit. Seems like, even with a freshman center, this is a really good offensive line.
Well, we've got a chance to be. Anytime that you've worked and you've prepped, the way that these guys have, you're going to put yourself in position to have a chance. I mean, that's all we can ever ask for, but that's why you do all the work, and that's why you do, you sweat, you grind, you work out in this weight room, you train, out on the field, during the summer, so it carries over into the fall. And right now, it's been a productive camp. Okay, but we still got some things that we're tuning up, and we'll see where we're at the end of the year.
Now, with this offensive line, as I said, freshman at center, can you talk about Clopton a little bit, what it's been like for him to come in as a freshman on that offensive line and learn how he has so quickly?
Well, what's benefited Trace is the fact that he did come here a semester early. He was an early enrollee. Typical when you can get those guys, that's what you'd like to get. Obviously it does put the learning curve just a little bit ahead of, maybe quote unquote the freshman that comes in the fall, or obviously nowadays in the camp. But I mean, he's done a good job coming in, grasping material. Still got some things again that he's tuning up on. Some things that you can only get through experience, not so much on the board. And but he's doing a good job of not making the same mistakes twice.
You've got a running back this year. Maybe last year you didn't have this type of running back as a bruiser like a Steven Anderson. You've got Tez, who can do everything. George Payne, another bruiser, was out last year. What's it like as an offensive lineman blocking for a running back that is just a bruiser like that? As an offensive lineman, does that make you feel better as a blocker, or is there some kind of difference in that form?
Really, in all honesty, it doesn't matter. It's kind of like the whole approach of who's ever the trigger man at quarterback. Our job is just to open up holes and protect. I mean, that's what we do for a living. And I mean, it could be Steven, it could be George, it could be Tez, it could be T-Rod, it could be the number of those guys. I mean, obviously we're pretty deep at running back, as everybody can see. And they've all done a great job throughout this camp. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing a good job communicating with my guys. And I think, Coach Kenning's done a hell of a job, obviously tuning them up as far as what to look for, what to see. And it's really meshed really well as far as what we're doing up front to the back end. And I mean, that's, when you start doing those things, that's why you're seeing what you see out there.
Your second year here now, a lot of times people say that groups on football teams, they have a different identity. Is there a different type of identity from your second year, from your first year of the offensive line, the group as a whole, or are you seeing the same thing both years?
Well, we are who we are. I mean, we're the bottom line is we talk about 100%. We talk about being the standard for this team. Obviously, we talk about, a lot of things, just bringing the juice every day, and we're going to live how we talk. I mean, we're not going to sit here and talk one way and live another. That's why you go out to practice. They practice tough. Okay, that's why they live tough. That's why, we're getting 2 treatments a day. We're doing these things, so we can stay at work for those guys that we have to protect.
People have asked me this last question. I appreciate you talking to us. What juice means. They always ask me, Heath, what does he mean by juice? Can you kind of explain to the big old nation what you mean by juice?
Positivity. That's all it can mean. I mean, bring that juice every day. However it may be, I don't care what it is, it's got to be positive. Okay, we all got to wake up. We all got to coach. We all got to come out and practice, okay? Bring your juice, man. Whether it's just being a husband, a wife, it doesn't matter. Bring the juice in everything that you do. Make it positive out of negatives, okay? And situations that will improve always.
Well, Coach Losey, we appreciate you talking to us. God bless you. We'll talk to you down the road. Good luck this season.
Strike first, strike hard, no mercy, baby.